Hello, friends. I am officially live. I don't know what my hair is doing. Let me try to fix that. And I am feeling all the feels. If you can see, I have changed my name. It is now Bree Zealous instead of Do Yoga with Bree. And I thought it was just going to be like super simple. Like, let me just unverify myself, change my name, and voila. But it's actually been quite a process. When you change your Instagram name and you're verified, you have to wait for your verification to like get renewed. So like I'm unverified now. I have to wait like 48 hours for Apple to confirm that I canceled my verified subscription, and then I can reapply to be verified. So it's this really interesting situation that I'm going through with my name change. And I was thinking about it from a place of mindfulness, and that's why I wanted to hop on today. Hello, everyone hopping in. That's why I wanted to hop on today, is because you can find this connection to mindfulness when it comes to this name change. So let me just first say, if you haven't read my post, this may not make a lot of sense to you. I've changed my name from Do Yoga with Bree to Bree Zealous. And it seems like such a simple thing, such a minute thing, big deal. You changed your Instagram name. But it's been a really emotional, kind of energetic energy that's going on, or energetic feelings that I'm experiencing from changing my Instagram name, because I've had the Do Yoga with Bree brand and Instagram name for the last 7 years. And I've really let that define who I am. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to change my name. I was doing like a podcast and I was doing like YouTube videos, and I would like introduce myself and I'm like, it's Do Yoga with Bree. And I'm like, my name is Bree. Like, why am I like adding in like the full Instagram name as my identifier? And I wanted to get back to like identifying as just me as a whole, which is Bree. And I've seen so many other creators now just use their name, whether they're a yoga teacher or they're building different brands, whatever they are doing, they're using just their name without this need for an action word or an adjective. Hello, everyone. Thanks for hopping in, for those of you who are listening live. And I wanted the same for me. I've gotten to this point to where like I have the virtual studio. It has its standalone Instagram page. It's got its whole little vibe there, but I wanted to have this Instagram page be inclusive to all the things that I do, whether that's yoga mentoring or my virtual studio or content creation, whatever it is I have going on. I wanted it to be Bree centric instead of Do Yoga centric. So I changed my Instagram name, and I've kept my website the same. I mean, I'm going to keep the Do Yoga with Bree name under wraps. Like, I have it on every single platform you can think of. I'm just going through and like deactivating and then coming back with the Bree Zealous name, because I want to make sure no one gets my name. Because if you Google Do Yoga with Bree, all my info pops up. So I want to make sure to keep that. But thank you, SEO. But I really wanted to take some time to embrace and acknowledge the name change. So as I was doing that, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he's like, because I'm pretty emotional about it. I'm not like crying. I'm not a crier. Nothing's wrong with being a crier. It's just not who I am. I'm not a crier, but I was kind of emotional about changing my name. I changed it last night, just like on a whim. I was like, it's time. I'm ready to change my name. Hi, May. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I did it. And then afterwards I was like it was like a mini anxiety attack. I was like, oh my God, I just changed my Instagram name. I've built this whole brand for 7 years. I have this whole website. I still have business cards with Do Yoga with Bree on them, and I changed my freaking Instagram name. What am I thinking? I had like a midlife crisis, or a midnight crisis, I guess I should say. But I'm feeling so much better about it this morning, and I think I needed to Marie Kondo. Speaking of May, someone who organizes, she knows about this. When you let go of something that has a lot of sentimental attachment, you should thank it for its service. And I see a few people in the chat. I love this, completely agree. Sometimes you just need to change. Yeah. Something we learn in yoga is non-attachment. And it's something that is a growth edge for me, is non-attachment 100%. I'm good at not attaching when it comes to like friendships and relationships and like doing my own thing like that. But when it comes to like clothes and clearly like my Instagram name, there's some non-attachment issues there. So something that I've seen Marie Kondo do, and people like May who do like this closet organization and getting your like life in order in that way, that organization kind of vibe, is they say goodbye to the things that have had sentimental value to them. So I want to take this live to say goodbye to the name Do Yoga with Bree and fully embrace my name, who I am, Bree Zealous, or Sabrina Zealous, but everyone knows I go by Bree. So Bree Zealous. So I have my little journal here. And funny enough, the little title for today's page says, I am the dreamer of my dream. So I think that kind of correlates really well with like processing the goodbye to the old Instagram name and saying hello to the new Instagram name. Thank you, May, for that encouragement down there. So I want to take some time, and I'm going to do this live, and I want to thank my name, Do Yoga with Bree. I want to thank it for introducing me to so many of you. I want to thank it for allowing me to build this whole brand, to use it for my 300-hour teacher training and build my community around that, because my 300-hour project was really about creating community. And I know the Do Yoga with Bree name was really helpful in that. I want to thank it for getting me through those times where I was like, barely teaching any classes. I still had to audition for my classes. I was making $25 a class. I want to thank it for all of the moments and experiences that I've had through my yoga journey, from doing my teacher training to breakups during the yoga journey, through finding new studios, through my studio shifting and changing through COVID, and through me working in corporate yoga to me now working for myself. And I think that embodiment is why I really wanted to change my name, because I am now working for myself. And it's not just about the yoga, because I'm taking the yoga off of the mat. It's about all the things that encompass who I am, which is Bree. So for those of you who have questions, feel free to drop any questions you have, because I've got a lot of questions on Facebook and I'm going to answer some of those here. I feel like my Instagram tribe, y'all just feel me. Y'all just know you read my post and y'all are all like encouraging. You're like, get it, girl. You've got this. Like, some of you came up with other names for me, like Zealous Wellness, which I still love. I love them. How did I not know my last name rhymed with like wellness? All this time, y'all, I didn't realize that until like this week. So thank you. Bree well, that kind of stuff. So thank you to all my friends who came up with suggestions. But I think just having just my name just allows me to have all these different little areas that I can contribute to now. So thank you so much for all of y'all for that. I'm going to answer a couple questions that I got on Facebook, because some of you might be having them here and you just didn't ask. So the first question I got is, what are you going to do now? Nothing has changed. My website is still DoYogaWithBree.com. It's also SabrinaZealous.com. So you can access it through whichever way that you normally want to access it. All my offerings are still the same. I still have my yoga teacher course, the Dharma course, that helps you build your social media, build your branding, learn about collaborations online. I still have all of that on there. You can do that in modules or as a full course in itself. I still have my Wealthy Moves mentorship. Hello to all my Wealthy Moves mentees out there. I am so honored that I get to like be a yoga mentor now. I still have that, and I'm still meeting with so many of you. I'm actually going to open up just one spot for that, because I have 10 of you that I'm holding space for, but one person's getting ready to take a little break, so I'll have space to hold for one more person. So I have one spot open for that. If you're interested, let me know, DM me, I'll tell you deets. And then I have Flow by Bree. And that's another thing. I feel like having Do Yoga with Bree and Flow by Bree is a little confusing, because Flow by Bree is the virtual studio. That is your place for mindful movement. It has classes anytime, anywhere, on demand, as well as 3 times a week live. I'm thinking of taking one of those live classes and bringing them to Instagram so all of you can enjoy. So I still have like all the same offerings, but I am working on some new stuff specifically for yoga teachers that I think is going to help our community and help us grow. And if you saw my post today, really tap into that area of our lives where it's what we're doing right. What's right with you? I feel like I've been seeing so many posts on Instagram and so many coaches and things of that nature where they tell you, you're doing this wrong. You need me. This is why you need me, because you're doing this wrong. What if you talk about what people are doing right? How often are we being told we're doing something wrong? I'm all about constructive criticism, though it's hard for me to take. But I think it's important to recognize what someone does right and just build that up. And as the more you build that up and tap into their strengths, the more that you will see them flourish. So I'm working on something fun with that. You'll see that very, very soon. I think I've got it pretty well mapped out. But I wanted to take just a moment to say goodbye to the name Do Yoga with Bree. And again, you can email me, DoYogaWithBree. Email's not going anywhere. The website's not going anywhere. My Instagram name has changed. My YouTube name is now Bree Zealous. My TikTok name is now Bree Zealous. And I feel so much better about it now that I'm having this conversation with those of you who are watching live and those of you who are encouraging in the chat and in my messages. And 325 of you voted for the name change. Like it was 18% at I am Bree, which I was really vibing with that. I'm so surprised y'all were not vibing with that. But I really love that 52% of y'all said go with Bree Zealous, and then 40, whatever the last percentage of it was, stick with your original Do Yoga with Bree name. So I want to thank you all so much for being on this journey with me, being on this transition with me, knowing that you can still be a yoga teacher and not have to have yoga in your Instagram name. You can still work in wellness and not have to throw wellness in your name. You can put it in your little bio and people are still going to find you in that search engine. But just this embracing of everything. Something else that came up, which I didn't know if I was going to talk about on live or not, but when I created Do Yoga with Bree, as I mentioned, I did it about 7+ years ago. I don't know how long I've been in LA, maybe 8 years now, however long I've been in Los Angeles. And it started during my 200-hour program. It was like I was taking my 200-hour program. I was the star YogaWorks student and I was working at YogaWorks and I'm like poster child, And I knew I needed to change my name. So I wanted a name that encompassed Bree, but then also gave an action, Do Yoga with Bree, right? But I also was dating another yoga teacher at that time. And we were kind of doing like this brand collaboration kind of thing. And I talked to my boyfriend this morning and I go, oh my God, I should have changed this name years ago because I realized this name came from us working together and us trying to create this yoga empire. And it should have really come from like who I was as a person instead of being influenced by someone else. But I'm very appreciative of where the name went and shifted and grew from it. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I never go live. If you know me, going live is a thing for me. I enjoy being live, but I don't feel like my fan base enjoys me being live. Y'all like to watch videos later. You don't really like to be up on here live, so I feel you. But thank you, May, for that encouragement. I want to thank so many of you. I want to thank all my Texas girls because we're in a big group text, and y'all have been dealing with this. Y'all have been like my focus group. You've been dealing with this name change for a while and you guys have been listening to it. If you're on the Wealthy Moves podcast, which is still continuing, we're just on a little summer break. I know summer's just about over, but I was taking a little break from that. But I've talked about it on the Wealthy Moves podcast so much. And so many of you have left comments there saying like, girl, change your name. Who cares? Whatever. So thank you for that. I want to thank Hot Yogi Moms, my girls. I want to thank them because they were super encouraging on it. Libby, thank you. Of course, my boyfriend, because he's amazing. He's like already ordering me new business cards. He's like, you're fine. Who cares? Like, this is a rebrand. It feels good. Let's do it. So thank you for your always being encouragement to me. And then all my folks. I appreciate y'all. Anyone who commented on my post, anyone who is part of the Flow by Bree community and the Bree community in general. Thank you. So thank you for processing this with me. I feel so much better now. I felt like heart chakra was clogged. My throat this morning was like a little like iffy. I felt like perfectly fine, but like I felt like just something in my throat, like I was going to lose my voice or something. And I think that's probably just the universe confirming that, yes, it's okay to let it go. You know, it's okay to let it go and embrace this newness. So this is Bree. I'll be verified probably by next week. You never know with Instagram, y'all. Remember when I couldn't comment? That was like a good 2 weeks. So hopefully I'll be verified by next week. We'll see. Fingers crossed. And thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, girl. I'll show you all my new business cards. I feel like they're going to be the same cute little trading cards that I have, which I'm going to show you now because I think I have one. I may have passed them all out to my students this week, actually. Oh no, y'all, I don't have them. Never mind. I'm like going through my wallet. But they're like little trading cards. They're really cute. They're like 5 different like yoga pictures and they're square. So they're like super fun. I could like get up and go get them. It's a lot of work. I'd have to unplug this, walk across the room. It's a whole thing, but I'll make sure to show y'all when I get it. And I might change it up. I got some new pictures. Thank you, David. I got some new pictures, so maybe I'll change it up. But that's it. I just wanted to take some time. I'm actually going to write out all the thank yous that I just did and that processing that I had. And again, whenever you are letting go of something with big sentimental value, like your Instagram name, I know that may seem really silly to some folks, but it's been my brand. It's been kind of just like clutch for me, you know. I went from, if you know the story, my original Instagram name was Reformed Mean Girl. I'm a sorority girl. I sometimes was a little mean, and that's just not who I am. So it was Reformed Mean Girl. And then I changed it to DJ Bree because if I am still a DJ deep down, but there was a real DJ like in Australia who's DJ Bree who asked me for the name and I kindly gave it over to her because I feel her, that's her business. And then it was DoYogaWithBree. And it's been DoYogaWithBree for literally, I think it was Bree, Myself, and I somewhere in there. But then it's been DoYogaWithBree for literally years. And you know what it feels like? I'm pretty sure this is probably how people feel like when they like pause because of poor connection. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to wrap that up. That's the universe telling me to wrap it up. But you know when people like get divorced or they separate and they have to let go of stuff, or maybe they're changing their name and they're going back to like their maiden name. That's kind of what it feels like for me. I'm like, I'm going back to my maiden name, but I'm embracing Bree Zealous. I have an awesome name. Thank you, parents. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for processing this with me. I so love and appreciate you. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. PST, 12:30 CST, 1:30 EST, because me and my dear friend, A Crazed Mom Life, are going to go live on at Flow by Bree. We're going to do a little mindful moment over there, so definitely check us out. And I will see all of you soon, and make sure to remember it's Bree Zealous now. So find me. Give me some love. I'll be verified soon, I promise. Maybe. Bye, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.